What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 22nd day of July, and man, we are flying through this month. We've got just over a week left to go. July's days are numbered, and so are the bears. Because here we are at the base of this range. 117K is the price, 23 hours left in this day here. We have a rather big wick to the upside, and we're starting off to the downside. Every day that we've had, whatever we start doing, we end up closing the opposite direction. And every day, I've been following this, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is not the way to do TA or understand where the price is going, okay? Understand you can get led astray by this, okay? If you think that, oh, there's more shorts, so I should go long here, you can get screwed, or there's more longs, I should go short here. First off, stay away from leverage trading. Take it from somebody who's been boned by leverage trading. Do not do it, right? Maybe it's for you, maybe it's for some people, right? There's certain people out there that can do it. Crypto Face is a big name in the space that can trade on margin successfully. Eric Crown is another one, right? There's a few people. Crypto, he even does it pretty well, but they have different strategies. They have better risk management than the average person does, and it's just best, I think, for the average person to stay away from leverage trading. With that being said, shorts, every time they've been above longs, we've gone up. Anytime the longs have been above the shorts on a one-day period, we've gone down. So, I mean, ball's in your court, bulls, right now, because, again, we're opening the day to the downside. Shorts are piled on. Makes sense to me that we would go up. And, again, going back to how we moved here, okay, back in the times where people were absolutely terrified, we would scale it in our widow boots. But I wasn't scared. I don't think any of you were scared that were watching the channel. Maybe some of the haters that got quieter and quieter as we stepped up. But even here, where there was still some doubt, we were saying, nope, we're going to move up. Oh, no, there's not going to be a pullback. No. Same thing here, right? We're like, there's not going to be a pullback. Same thing here. There was not a pullback. And I don't know why, but this time, for some reason, I thought we would have a bigger pullback. I think we would have had it by now, you guys. We had... And I'm not saying it can't happen. Understand, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. What can happen still is that we do see some kind of shakeout that does take us down to 115 to 114K. Much past that I wouldn't really expect. It can happen. I'm not addressing that to be like, if that ever happens, I'm like, I was right. I told you. No, I would have been right a couple days ago whenever I made that call, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm taking that call off. Nonetheless, if that call reigns to be true, it shouldn't scare you. It shouldn't freak you out. And I'm certainly not going to, even if it reigns to be true, be like, I was right, because I'm clearly flip-flopping my opinion now. But really, I think we should just learn from what we did last time. We're doing it this time, but we're in an even more bullish posturing now, you guys. Even more bullish now. Yes, we have the bearish look. I understand that this is a bearish pattern, the descending triangle of death and doom. I think it's there to pile on the shorts. I think it's there to scare people. I think it's there to make people make the wrong decisions. And I myself have made the wrong decisions the past couple days because of it, right? As far as like where I predict the price to go. We've just had every ample opportunity to do so. We're getting these bearish candles, man. We're not doing anything. We're not going lower. In fact, if we look at this on the 1 hour time frame, I think we can see divulge a little bit more information here. First off, that's a nice double bottom right there, low to low double bottom, okay? You kind of have this, I wouldn't call it a W setup, but you've got a bottom here with a mid peak there. I mean, if you get above that peak, you guys, it's over. It's over for the bears. In fact, I would think if we get above 119K, we're probably not coming down to this area again. That might be the beginning of this trading range coming to an end, and we should be moving higher after that. Time will tell. But looking at the 1 hour time frame on the indicator, and that's not a guarantee. We absolutely could just move up here and then come back down again, maybe form another higher low. But if we're looking at the indicators here, the 1 hour time frame, the RSI did bounce off the oversold zone again. Every single time we've bounced off the oversold zone, you guys. Look, even back here, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. What happened afterwards? And not immediately afterwards. Even immediate. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, actually. Hold on. I thought I had a horizontal or a vertical line. We don't want horizontal lines. Let's do this too. That way I don't have to keep clicking. Boom. Boom, boom. Oh, that was off by 1. Boom. And then we'll just move it over a little bit. There we go. Look at that, right? What happened after this, right? Hours. Let's go a full 12 hours afterwards. Let's do it. Let's do a 12 to 24 hour period afterwards. Okay, 12 hours afterwards, you were up here. 24 hours afterwards, the whole next day, you were up a lot higher, right? You were up, I don't know how much that'd be, from 115.7K to 119K. You moved up about 4K, all right? From here, you not even at the low, but just from the point where you bounced off your 1 hour RSI to where you were 24 hours later. Okay, 24 hours later, this time it wasn't as dramatic of a difference, but still you're up like $1,000, and at the peak you were up about $1,200 more. All right, from here, from the low to the high that you saw, that peak, that was a $2,000 move almost, right? Bitcoin here, and that was in an 8 hour period. 8 hours, 16 hour. This one would have been 20 hour. Within a day, or sometimes even less than half a day, you've seen incredible growth. And here so far, 5 hours in, we're only up as of now, or I guess the peak as of now would only be from about 16.6K to 17.6K, $1,000. That's actually not bad. That's actually good enough, I would say, but we probably do move up higher. Thinking about it, I would think that we at least move back up to 18.5K, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we broke out of this bearish descending triangle today, but to the upside, not to the downside. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Looking at this on the stochastics, we've also crossed up. The MACD did cross below the zero, but as soon as it did, man, we've been decaying in bearish momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if we reversed this and started coming up here. We got 8 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. Let's see how it goes. But I'm assuming we got some bullish stuff brewing. We even had a downtrend here in the RSI. Let's see. Lower lows, lower highs. Do we still have this downtrend? I would say that we've just, I even like kind of curved this line out a little bit. I would say that we just broke out of it. I think good things are coming, you guys. And maybe we go a little bit lower from here, right? Perhaps we do come back down to this area, get a lower low in the price, get a higher low in the RSI, get some bullish divergence, but I'm not counting on that. I think the bears are counting on that, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Really, if we're looking at these liquidations, guys, there's some shorts that have piled on. We don't even have to break above 119K to liquidate $500 million in shorts, right? I mean, not all of that will be liquidated probably, but I'm just saying it's looking bullish, to say the least. If we take a very relative low to high here, we just bounced right off the golden ratio. We actually had a very fantastic reaction so far. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We got 7 minutes left in this 15-minute time frame. I guess we could come back down with the way that looks, but it's a good bit of volume. We didn't really break down. We didn't go anywhere, right? We're at the golden ratio. If we go lower, Bitcoin has liked at 786 lately on all time frames, so 116.8K could be where we find support. And even if we go a little bit lower than that, everything's fine. But I would think that we probably do bounce from here and continue to move higher because of the 1 hour RSI. Again, regardless if it's this hour, next hour, or whatever, as time goes on, I think we will continue to grow. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here, this is where things start to get really interesting. Okay, 4 hour MACD, in my opinion, is right in a very ripe area to bounce and come up higher. Right, this is a normal thing that you would see when finding support on the zero line. But if we continue to drop too much from here, like if this 4 hour period closes red, the next one closes red, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we are getting across. And if we do get across, well, that 115 to 114K shakeout might actually be happening after all, and that's okay. But I think we're in a position to bounce. Same thing with the stochastics, and if we look at the RSI, we're at the same exact area where we've bounced every single time. You guys notice, right? We're in a bullish trend. Bullish is hell trend. Notice this. Oops, I've got this thing on there still. Hold on. Let's delete that one. There we go. Notice how we've bounced off of this area at least once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times now. Okay. I don't think that this 4 hour candle is going to close red. In fact, 4 hour time frames also, not all of them, but a good bit of them have started off in the opposite direction that they close as well. So I would definitely think that we do come up. But we'll see. We'll see. It's just a matter of time. We will see. We do have this trend line here. Right here, and I hate trend lines. I don't think that this really matters, right? In fact, looking at it like this, I would think what we do is we probably, this was a strong reaction, this is a weaker reaction, we'll probably get an even weaker reaction and then come down and go below this trend line, finding a true double bottom, and then we will move up and see higher prices. So maybe by the end of today we do close red. I don't know, but I would think that we do at least move up to some degree. We probably move back up to about 118, 119K is what I'm trying to say, at least immediately, and then move down. Either that or we'll just keep moving up. And regardless of what happens today, tomorrow, intraday, over the coming hours, whatever, regardless of what happens in the near term, over the weeks to come, we've got a lot higher prices to go. This is one of those parts where the haters like to say, it could go up, it could go down, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm addressing all the possibilities. Just because you have the comprehensive capabilities of a blowfish doesn't mean that I'm not making sense here. You just got to use your brain a little bit. I know it's hard for some people, but there's a good bit of people who understand what I'm saying, right? Addressing the possibilities does not mean that I'm not playing this game that a lot of YouTubers play, where they address all the possibilities, one of them comes true, and then they play a soundbite where they're like, see, I called it, I told you that this would happen. No, I don't care. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about preparing you. Because if I just say, we're going up, that's it, we're going above this, and then we do something like this and then come down, and then there's some negative news that comes out or something, we're at lower lows than we were at before, you might panic. You might panic. So if you're looking to me for not advice, but like a directional heading in the price, right? I like to address the possibilities so that if even something unexpected happens, it's not a big deal because we have higher prices to go. This is not the move that should concern you, right? This is the move that should concern you. We've got a lot higher prices to go, my friends. 117.1K right now, moving up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. We still could come down a little bit, but I do anticipate that we'll bounce here because we've bounced again. We've bounced like 6 times now. And this would be the 6th time. If this 4-hour time frame closes red, then I might eat my words on that. And again, if this one and the next one closes red, the MACD will cross down, and we likely would go a little bit lower. Would we go below this low? Maybe, but at least something around that low would be my expectation. Looking at the daily time frame, daily RSI looks great. We're actually right in an area where you'd expect to bounce. I mean, we've literally bounced here before. We've bounced here before. We found resistance here once, twice, 3 times even right there, and we found resistance here before, right? We found resistance there. It's a very significant area on the RSI, and we could absolutely bounce. I mean, we've cooled off. What's great about this is we've cooled off on the RSI, and we haven't really cooled off on the price at all. We're still in this range, right? And that's exactly what we did back here, right? We cooled off on the RSI exactly to where we are now, and we were in this range, and then we moved up, right? Here we weren't in the overbought zone, so we didn't need to cool off, but still we just chilled and then we moved up. And damn it, if it doesn't look the exact same, does it not? What we're doing here, what we're doing here, what we're doing here, doesn't it look the exact same here? I mean, each thing has its little differences, right? This is kind of a slanted upwards channel. This is kind of like a pennant pattern. This one also is a pennant pattern here, but it's well formed and there's no wicks to the downside, right? This one is like a descending triangle. If you guys hear my daughter crying, I don't know why she's getting so loud, but I'm gonna have to end this video pretty soon, probably. Just try to work through it with me. I'm gonna work through it with you, all right? I have a feeling that in a very short amount of time, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day, within the next 3 days probably, we're going to be breaking out, moving higher. The immediate next target area to consider, we're at 117K now, would be $130,000, if not to $150,000, somewhere in that range. I think by the end of this month, we should be probably closer to 140K, my guess would be. And then going into August, we're going to be reaching for $180,000, you guys. All right, and probably a little bit above there even. I've got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Do keep your head on a swivel. You know, I feel like a shakeout could happen, all right? I'm not necessarily, I shouldn't say I'm not expecting it. I'm not calling for it, but it could happen. It could happen, okay? But just because everybody's bullish doesn't necessarily mean we have to go down, right? In these kind of times, everybody can be bullish and we still move up, actually, right? There's a lot of people who can make bad decisions if we go down and sell, or even they're selling now in anticipation of that dump. But we're not in these cookie cutter up and down moments anymore. We're in this sideways boringness and then pump, sideways boringness and then pump, just like that, right? You don't get lower lows. You don't get lower lows, right? Over here, you don't get lower lows. That was the low. Are we going to get a lower low now? Maybe. Don't get your feelings hurt if we don't, and don't bank on it, right? This is actually, I'm going to take a moment right now, real quick, you guys, and look at you in the face, okay? If you have money on the sidelines, if you're sidelined right now in the markets, you need to get your money parked into something. I don't care what crypto it is. I don't need to tell you what to buy. Not financial advice, right? Do your own thing. But damn it, if you're not in something, get in something. We get a shakeout over the next 3 days and it drops 10% for a moment or 20% for a moment. Who cares? Get in, because that is nothing compared to the opportunity cost that is ahead, right? There are all kinds of coins that are pumping dramatically more than 20%, and I guarantee you we're not going to get even a 20% drop across the board, let alone a 5% drop in Bitcoin. You need to park your money somewhere. If you have money on the sidelines, I don't care if it's $100 or $1,000, unless you got bills and things you got to pay for in the real world, you need to park it somewhere fast, okay? These prices are not going to be here forever. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. See you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves.